Hi everyone, I'm Apollonia Ponti, your dating and relationship coach, founder of ApolloniaPonti.com, and I am your coach for you men to go confidently in the direction of your dreams and master your attraction skills to get that woman that you deeply, deeply desire. And in today's video, we are going to talk about how to attract girls. I think be very, very clear in this video with you. This is truly what women look for when it comes to finding a partner and being in a relationship and cultivating something healthy. And you can take it as a man we think is completely irresistible, that finds us, that we find very enticing, and we just can't stop thinking about him and we just want to be with him. So I'm going to give you these tips in this video, and we're going to talk about this today. And the reason why I wanted to make a video about this is because this is so valuable to stand out from all the other men that are out there. And this is truly what us women look for. So the first thing that we look for is how your goals are in your life and how your focus is in your life, right? So it doesn't mean that you have to have or be the CEO of a corporation, or you have to have your own successful business. But what it does mean is there's something that is so attractive to a man that has goals and has focus, meaning he doesn't go off track. Meaning if a woman steps in, he's still focused on his goal. He doesn't go off track and focus on the woman only and lose sight of everything else. When that happens, it turns a woman off completely. We want to be admired, obviously. We want to find attention. We want to have attention, vice versa as well as men. But the thing here is when we see a man lose focus, it shows us a huge sense of instability and insecurity. And as a woman, we look as a man to be somewhat of a dominant force, right? I do think that masculine and feminine energy can show up in both relationships, in the feminine side and the masculine side. But what I'm saying here is women really, really thrive off of a man that can hold his focus and hold his own and be grounded in who he is. Which leads me into having a direct and positive mindset, which is tip number 2 in this. And positive mindsets, okay? Men, I want to be very clear with this with you. I talk to thousands and thousands of men, and I have different types of men that come to me in different stages of their lives. And a lot of times there's been a good amount of men that have told me, you know, Apollonia, I used to be that guy that was an introvert, stay home, blah, blah, blah. I've been listening to your videos, or I've been working with you, and now I'm just like pulling girls left and right. And I always ask them, what was the one thing that you said would you say that changed? And they say, I simply just shifted my mindset. And because of this, mindset is the number one key, and I say it in all of my videos, about attracting exactly what you desire. And when you have a positive mindset and have a direct outlook on what it is that you want and who you are, it creates a balanced energy that a woman is attracted to. We are very intuitive as women, so are men too, but I'm just saying this in general, like we are very intuitive as women. And when we find a guy that's very positive and has a mindset and is grounded and holds his own, but is not scared to be direct in who he is, it is one of the most attractive qualities because of the fact that doesn't happen often. Which leads me into a man that owns his worth and owns who he is, which is another tip, which is tip number 3, we can call it. And what I mean by this is he knows his worth, right? So he doesn't compare himself to other men that are out there. Oh, well, you know, his friend's a multi-million-dollar man and he only makes $100,000 or he only makes $50,000. No, he hangs out with his friend just because he's friends with him. And he doesn't compare himself like as though he is less because this man makes more money. He holds his own and his worth because he knows his value comes from within, and he is okay with that. So that's what I mean when it comes to a man that is grounded and that holds his own and is happy in his own skin. I'm telling you, men, this is the key to attracting women. And also, it leads me into creating an emotional connection. I say this a lot in my ebook called The 7 Common Mistakes That Men Make When Attracting Women. And a lot of times, men can get the emotional connection a little off here, right? Where we think, okay, we got to tell them everything and our feelings and all of this to either form emotional connection. And But that's not what you're doing. That's not what I talk about. What I talk about in regards to forming an emotional connection is, one, putting yourself first on a pedestal, but also challenging yourself and also challenging the woman for the both of you to show up as two better people in the relationship and establishing ground rules, basically, I can say, which are boundaries, where you don't want to be like, oh, rule number one is you're going to do this. No. What I mean by this is you're establishing boundaries in the relationship and you're not scared to speak up, and which is another tip I'm going to talk about in this video. And when you do something like this, it creates an emotional bond with a woman because of the fact that she knows that she has to impress you, just like you have to impress her. You know, when you date a woman, you're trying to impress her, right? You're trying to show your best qualities, and you're just showing up for you in the meantime as well. You're not putting, I hope you're not putting on this facade, because we can feel that, which is not what girls are attracted to, but we can feel when a man is just showing up in his own being. When this happens, it's so important for you to understand that a woman is attracted to a man that holds his own, but it also has the confidence to show a woman that he's into her, that he'll court her, he'll respect her, but also with the same token of, I'll do this and I'm going to show up as the best man for you and I'm going to prove that to you, but also I'm not going to lose my dignity and my sense of self-worth and my purpose in the meantime. That's the key. Now, alluding on, I don't want to make I have a whole ton of video about that, which I'll put probably up here in the cards. But the next one is make her laugh and have a sense of humor. I'm not saying you have to make her laugh right away, but understand each other's humor. I know it can be really difficult for some men because comedy isn't your first. It's your maybe not even a part-time job or a full-time job for you. I mean, I think my comedy is horrible, but it's so horrible it's actually funny. So this is what I mean is being unapologetically honest, which is actually another tip I can give you here in this video is a man that has humor or is showing up in his own skin can be unapologetically honest. And this I say so much because there's so much power with a man having his own opinion, and which I made a video about why women test men, and this is something I talk about in there. And what I talk about in there is a man that has his own opinion and doesn't just agree with a woman just because, especially in the courting period when you're trying to know her, shows how you value yourself and it is attractive quality. It's kind of like the hard to get quality, right? Of like the dating spectrum of what a lot of people talk about. But I'm not saying to be hard to get, but it's a quality of mystery. It's a quality of, wow, okay, this guy doesn't agree with me. He was open to say it, but it's like in a respectful way. Having your own opinion shows that you are a separate person from the other person, because what happens, and this is where you commit to friend zone, this is where attraction gets lost, is when you don't separate your opinions, when you're just like to a woman, oh yeah, I see your point, okay, I agree with you, when you really truly just don't agree with her. You're just trying to impress her. And lastly, the two things that I want to say for the end of this video is a man knows how to attract a woman when he knows how to increase sexual tension. What I mean by this is if you really like a woman, hold out as much as possible when it comes to just committing sexually to each other right away. Because building and increasing sexual tension really makes you stand out from a lot of other men out there. Listen, a woman is so intrigued when a man just really wants to get to know her and puts himself on a pedestal, meaning like, no, you have to work for this too. I want to get to know you more, because then when you wait and it happens and you cultivated something more emotionally connection, that part of the relationship can be more sustainable and even greater. And lastly is you're unattached to an outcome, right? This is where attraction is killed. And I say this so much in how to attract women. If you are attached to a specific outcome and you're like, I need to be in a relationship with this woman, this is the only one, I never felt this way about any girls, I never felt this way about any woman, then this is where you have to slow your roll a little bit, take a couple steps back, entertain yourself, and I actually have a video about this I'll put up here in the cards, but you're not attached to an outcome because you're okay with who you are. You know this woman is great and everything, but you know that this is going to work out if possible. I talk about male mindsets, the confident male mindsets that women are attracted to, and I'll put it up here on the cards as well. This is something that is great tool to use when it comes to mindset. I also made something for you called the Master Your Confidence audio seminar. And in that audio seminar, I give you an hour one-on-one with me. And that hour is like 30 days of working with me and really how to build confidence and the confidence that women are attracted to. So all of these qualities that I mentioned in this video come naturally, come easy for you. That is my goal for you. That's what I want. And I know you can do it. The reason why I know you can do it is because so many of my clients have done it. Remember how I started this video was there's so many men that I've coached in my life that have said, Apollonia, before I was this, and now I'm this. And I ask them why? Because of my mindset, how I shifted it to a positive mindset. If you liked today's video, I encourage you to give it a like. And also, if you haven't subscribed, take the time out to subscribe and share your comments below. I love hearing from you. And as always, I'll see you again in the next video. And remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.